Hi, good morning. Thank you all so very much for joining us today as we go over an NRTGateway overview. My name is Katrina DeBacco. I'm the broker concierge for the company here. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you tile by tile within that NRTGateway just to let you know what each of those tiles represent, what you have the capability to do with your NRTGateway once you sign in. I really want everybody, it's not that you're going to become an expert in all of these. I'm not going to do a deep dive of training behind each of those tiles. But again, I really want you to know when that time does come, when you have a listing and you're looking to start marketing that listing, where would you go for that? If you wanted to start, looking at obtaining a farming list, where would you go for something like that? If you're looking to do some email marketing, where would you go? So you kind of get that idea. I just want to make sure that everybody has clarity on what that NRTGateway is providing with all of our different tiles. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me switch my screens here, and then we will be popped into our NRTGateway. First of all, NRTGateway is Coldwell Banker's agent dashboard. So with your NRTGateway, you're going to access that by using your Colorado Homes email address. If you are joining us today with Devonshire, you would be using your Devonshire Homes email address. If that is foreign to you, then that means that you're using Colorado Homes to log into your NRTGateway. Now, my NRTGateway, I'm going to go through the ones that are specific to Colorado. I do have some other tiles on mine because we do work with some other markets here around the U.S. So I just want to make sure I will call those out. We're not going to be looking at, for example, these two guys here. So I'll make sure we're only going over Colorado items. So to begin, we've got your InTouch platform. InTouch is by far the most robust platform that we offer. Out of every tile here in the NRTGateway, your InTouch platform is the one that you would like to prioritize to really learn the ins and outs. So if you were to click on Dashboard, that's what's going to take you into your entire platform. Dashboard is taking you into your CRM side. So before even moving further, let me just mention that InTouch is going to be two things for you in your business. It is first and foremost your CRM, and secondly, it is hosting your website. So I first want to go over your platform here, what you walk into, which is that CRM portion, and then I will also show you the website end. Dashboard is going to give you an overview of how your entire platform is working. Contacts, this is where you actually want to spend some of your time. What I recommend is coming in here and clicking Add a Contact, and then you're going to notice you have a ton of fields that you can use to actually include on your client. Sorry, I blanked there. So what I recommend doing is actually coming here and adding yourself as a contact. You want to do that because you want to have a dummy account in here to actually play with. That is, I think, the best advice that I can give on this entire platform, and truly everything that's in your NRTGateway. You want to test it out. Nothing's worse or gives you a worse feeling than whenever you click a button and you accidentally sent something wrong to the wrong person. So why not come in here, create those dummy accounts so you have a record that you can play in. Once you create that dummy account, if you were to click on All Contacts, you're going to be given your list of all of the different buyers and sellers and prospects that you have included. Now here's my dummy account right here. I've come in here and I can play with all of this stuff. So right beneath your actions column, if you see that, this actions column, if I click see all, I'm going to be able to see all of the things that I can do for this contact record. So like I'm saying, come in here, click around, try testing out what it means to send a listing, add the person to a listing alert. This is my favorite. Add yourself to some campaigns. You want to see what those campaigns look like. They're amazing. So it's nice to see what the client is going to see, but also the secondary kind of behind the scenes benefit of you having this dummy account is that when you are sending stuff out, you as the agent will actually also be receiving alerts and notifications based on what types of activity are going on within your platform. So, long story short, play in contacts. Next you have listings. Listings is a phenomenal tool that's going to allow you to market listings, search listings, send listings. You can even create single property websites off of here. Now, I actually don't have an MLS feed connected into my account, so My searching isn't actually going to be any types of real type searching, but you should now have your MLS feed connected. And if you do have listings, your listings are pulling up here so you can start marketing those. If you don't, though, once again, you can just start searching any listings right in here. Next, you have an entire marketing suite in InTouch. This is a fabulous marketing suite. I love the capabilities that you have available to you here in your InTouch platform. You've got email marketing, you have print marketing, and you have campaigns. So I am in just a moment going to show you some of your email marketing platforms right here with New Panda, and you have 2 print marketing platforms, CoreFact and ExpressDocs. And so there are multiple resources that you have available to you. What I think the benefits are of your marketing center here in InTouch are that, number one, you get to completely customize your pieces. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm only going to choose flyers as an example. So I'm only pulling up some of these flyers here. So I'm going to click in my Property 2 area, and I love the look of this and I want to personalize it. So this is going to allow me the option to completely customize anything that I'd like. I can change the photos, obviously. I can move them around. Maybe, you know, somebody just that I worked with yesterday, her name was really long, which meant that her email address was even longer, and it was actually covering her photo. So the beautiful thing is, I mean, we get to move all of this stuff around. You know, maybe I want it over here. Maybe I want my photo to disappear altogether. That would be great. Or just, you know, have it moved anywhere. So anything of this sort, you know, you can come in here, personalize, and then, of course, you would hit save. I'm not, because this is pretty ugly. So I'm not going to hit save, but once you do, you then have the option to download your PDF. This is where I believe the second benefit comes, because you get an immediate download. You can then print that at the office. You can take it to Kinko's, do anything you would like. Well, when I say that, my next question is, well, but Katrina, what if I love that piece and I do want an actual, you know, professionally done print job? So for that, all you're going to do is click Add to Cart. When you add to cart, there is a servicing company, a printer behind here that runs anything print for InTouch, and they can get it all printed and shipped off to you. Oh, before I do move on from our marketing center, I did also want to mention that you have your campaigns in here. You can click on Browse Campaigns. These are all the different email campaigns that are available to you. They're all ready to go. You can add people to these campaigns, and remember, you can do that from your contacts area. And you'll definitely want to add yourself because you want to see what it all looks like. So again, you know, a lot of it, I don't mean to, you know, dummy it down or keep using play as a scapegoat, but truly, it's just familiarizing yourself with the system. This is a very intuitive system. It's very user-friendly. You can't break it, I promise. If you could break it, I probably would have done so already. So get in here and just, you know, have a good time. This is probably the most important, if you take nothing else out of my little InTouch overview, you definitely want to know about this little Help tab. You can click on Help and then Training and Support. Now, if yours doesn't immediately open, that's because there's a pop-up blocker, so just disable your pop-up blocker and it's going to drive you to this page here. You will have access to all of these popular topics, little quick, you know, cheat sheets on any one of the topics that you see here. If it's not listed, just type in whatever you're looking for right in the search bar area. You've got featured trainings. These are all series that have been live trainings in the past. If you want to take part in some of the live trainings, however, you can come right in here and you can look at the Customer Power Hour schedule so that you can start receiving some of those alerts of when the live trainings are going to be hosted. Lastly, there are 2 versions of InTouch. You have InTouch, the basic account, which is what everybody has, and then you also have InTouch Pro, which is the enhanced, upgraded version of your current account. Pro does come at a cost of $175 per year, but this is a phenomenal product. You get a ton of resources added into your platform. You get to create your very own domain name. You get 2 additional pages added onto your website with the option to add any page of your choosing. And I believe you can add up to 5 or 7 pages. You're going to get access to market reports. You can send those market reports out. You can add your clients to market reports. The list goes on and on and on with all of the enhancements for Pro. If you're interested, I definitely recommend upgrading. Now, regarding your actual account, if you click right in here by your name, you're going to be open to a drop-down, and then you want to click on My Account. I suggest coming in here and editing your profile details so it's all to your liking. Make sure you have your license number, your title, whichever title you prefer to use, your cell phone number, your office number, all of this stuff in here. Add in all of your social media accounts. It's very simple. Click Add Social Media. Click on whichever one you want to use, and then you're just going to copy and paste your Facebook URL right in there. Then, of course, you want to upload your own images into your website image and your marketing image. And then on your left-hand panel, you're just going to scroll and make sure your info is formatted correctly under Office Info. The system never recognizes little spacers in phone numbers, so make sure you have the correct spacers. Make sure your time zone is Mountain. And if you and I met together for a broker concierge orientation, all of this was done for you. We did all of this together. So I simply want to just do an overview to refresh your memory. I know that when we meet, you are totally overwhelmed by all of the things that Coldwell Banker is offering. So I understand that a lot of this was probably, you were deer in the headlights at this point. So I just wanted to do a reminder. And then, of course, for the people who did not, or, some of our more seasoned agents, a great refresher. MLS setup. If I had not received an MLS number from you, you're going to want to send that over so we can request an MLS IDX feed. What that means is you're going to get a live feed directly from the MLS showcasing real-time properties onto your own platform. And you can click Add MLS ID feed. You can choose your request, whichever one you're wanting, and then you can see these instructions right here if you'd also like to take care of that on your own. Now, what I want to look at is the actual website. If you have been wondering, I heard that I have a website, but what is that website and where do I get it? You can come into your InTouch account. Again, you're in My Account area, and you're just going to come right here and see that website name. I can go over here. I can pop that in. Again, just taking a good look at, what it's all looking like. Here's the website. I use this for training, so I was showing how simple it is to just add photos and do anything that you'd like on that home page. Play in your website. Make sure you know the ins and outs of it all. To actually start customizing that website, we're back in your InTouch account. You're going to click on your name, and you go to Website. This takes you into the back end of your site. This is so incredibly easy. And I say that because creating a website is not an easy task. However, when you're in this back end, you can see here, all of these are live links that you can click into, and it makes it simple so that you feel like you are the one who's doing all of this coding and all of this hard work to get things up and showcased on that site. But we've got all the tools for you to use here. So if I click on Edit, this is controlling that main image on my home page. I can change that out. If you click Pages, this drop down here, I've got all of these page names showing up. Those are all correlating to the page names that are on my actual website. So if I wanted to, for example, edit my home page, I click on Home, and then you see this is what I showcased on my home page. And just to prove a point, super duper easy. And then I'm going to click Save. And if I go back to my home page, I'm just going to refresh my screen. And just like that, you see that I was able to add just that piece in there very easily, very quickly. So again, you can do that for every single one of your pages here. Have a good time. Spend some time in all of these. Make all of these your own. And if you have the Pro account, this is where you would click Add New Page, and you can start creating any types of custom pages that you'd like. So that's it for InTouch. Quick overview. That was the one that I was gonna spend the most time in, and now I'd like to take everybody over to now looking at the rest of your NRTGateway tiles. So I'm back here in your NRT Gateway. The next tab that you should have is going to be the CB Agent Info right here. If I click on CB Agent Info, it's going to take me into our company intranet. This is a fabulous resource. We try to mimic Google. It's not Google, so please don't start Googling around in here, but it is Google when it comes to terms of your Coldwell Banker Colorado company. So if I wanted to search for, somebody just asked me about a referral form. So I brought them here, CB Agent Info, I click on referral forms, and voila. I have all of the different types of referral forms that I might need. Now, this is probably the number one thing that I get asked about. Where do I find a logo? So Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage logo. I click enter, and here are all of my search results for that logo. So I'm not going to keep, typing stuff in. Oh, I do want to show one more example though. How-to guides. How to what? We are interested in how to add photos to InTouch website. And InTouch tips and tricks, adding images to your InTouch website. So you get some great how-to information in here as well. The other piece that I did want to point you to in your CB Agent Info is this calendar button. Calendar, if you click on that, that is going to take you to our company calendar. So you can see all of the different trainings that are going on. You can also click on office events, and you can click on your office. So if you're joining us from our Fort Collins office, I can click on Fort Collins, and then I see everything going on for Fort Collins. So really good stuff. For all of the newbies on here, if you have, and you're in the Fort Collins area, if you have not been a part of the Rookie Club with Jim Madden, join it. He is awesome, and that is an awesome group of people to be around. Then you have this tab right here, Guardian Educates. These are going to be all of the title classes that are offered, so you can see their schedule, and again, it's just driving me, to where I need to go to see some of those live classes. And then again, you've got company-wide events, education, anything going on there. So great resource here with those calendars. That is it for CB Agent Info, just lots of great stuff. Next we have, if your platform is showing a home base InTouch, you can forget about that one. Most of us currently no longer have that showing, but I have noticed that on a few of you that I've helped gain access into the NRT Gateway, I've seen that for some of you. Don't even worry about that. It shouldn't be there. This right here, your InTouch platform actually replaced that many years ago. So disregard. Next we have Homebase Insight. Homebase Insight is an online showing report. So this is really nice for anybody who, let's say you have a client. Well, it's for listings. So if you have a listing, let's choose one in here. If you have a listing, you're actually going to be shot an email with your online showing report every Monday. So this is specific to listings, and what it's doing is it's actually showing you how many clicks. Where are the websites that you are receiving the most clicks, and it's giving you a report on those clicks. So this is a report from the 17th through the 23rd, and then you can also choose to send this report. So again, I would send it to myself just so I can see what it's looking like as I send it to myself. But what I think it comes in, great use, where I've heard agents having great success with this, is when you have one of those clients that believes, his home is worth $6 million, and you visited this home, and it's definitely only worth $100,000. So there are clients, you're coaching them as best you can, so you guys come up with a median range of $1 million. I'm being completely silly here. These numbers would never be that stark, but you're getting the idea, right? So your client thinks one thing, the truth as a real estate professional, what the actual number should be. So this tends to be a great resource that you can use with your clients to say, hi client who thinks the world of his home. I see that we're getting lots of traction on, with all of the digital syndication. We've got lots of visits. Here is the showing report as well from all of the appointments that have come in with interested buyers. And I got to tell you, with having 100 people visit on, or 220 people visit on realtor.com, which is usually a great resource, and having 30 people visit your home in the last 2 days, there's an issue going on and it might be price. Can we look at that? So this is a great resource to use for something like that. You can also automatically send these out, because other than just using it for price reductions, this is going to be really good just to let your clients know of all of the work that you're doing, of all of the places you told them you won that listing by letting them know all of the syndication that you're going to receive as your partner with your partnership with a Coldwell Banker. And so this is really good just to remind them of all of the hard work that you're doing for them. And that was Home Base Insight. Next, you have Exchange. Exchange is your, just like I was showing you CB Agent Info, and that being your Coldwell Banker Colorado internet. Sorry, I have to slow down when I say that because I get tongue-tied. Your CB Agent your CB Exchange is the national internet. So you would want to click on that button there that said, if you are an NRTGateway user, please enter here. ColoradoHomes.com. Enter your password. So these are all my NRTGateway credentials. And this is going to drive me into now my Exchange platform. So once you're in here, there's going to be lots of resources for you within here. And to be perfectly honest, being a part of our residential side, we give you so many resources that there's really not a need for us to utilize what's in Exchange, just because we're doing it for you with all of these valuable tools out here. But feel free to come in here. You can look at some of the material that's available to you. You can come in here and look at the Coldwell Banker education. It's called CBU, Coldwell Banker University. So there's a lot going on in here as well. If I click on this little button, you can see that CBU Learning Center that I mentioned, global luxury information, competitive price line generator. So there's lots of things in here. But once again, on the residential brokerage side, this is why we have NRTGateway, is because we offer all of these tools to you. When you're an affiliate, when you're not a residential brokerage, you only get one platform, and it's this. There is no NRTGateway. You just log directly into this, and that's all you're going to have. So it's a real treat to be a part of that residential brokerage side. Next, you have MarketQuest. MarketQuest is a data tool. It's going to allow you to actually pull information from the MLS, and you're pulling market trends. So this is really nifty whenever you are looking to, become an expert in the market. So you can come right in here, and this is going to allow you to generate market trend reports. You can choose price ranges, if you wanted to look at REO properties. Maybe you just wanted to single out and only look at condos in the downtown area over the last 6 months. You can definitely do that. Just see the different trends that are going on. So I do love this as a reporting tool, as a very analytical tool for yourself to become that expert. It's not my favorite tool to use to present to a client, because the reporting, the kind of output of it is, it's beautiful. It's very analytical, but it's not something nice to present to the person who doesn't care as much as we care. So for that, we have a nice client-facing tool for you to use to showcase to your clients. But this one is just going to be really, really handy for you to use as you're trying to learn to get to know the market. Really amazing information out of only MarketQuest. It's awesome. Next, we have Rewards. Rewards is an agent incentive program for you, so that you can earn more dollars based on anybody that you think would be a good fit for Coldwell Banker. So we want to make sure, we here, especially in our Colorado company, we like to put together a stellar sales team. It's not just about numbers. It's about who that person is, who would benefit from a partnership, who can we actually help expand that business or grow their business in the real estate market. And so we really care, and we care about your connections as well. We trust you. We want you. You know the business model that we have here with Coldwell Banker. And so we encourage you to invite your friends and your past colleagues to check us out. Again, if you think that they'd be a good fit for your office or just the Coldwell Banker brand. And so what is nice, if that friend associate associates and make sales, you can earn the equivalent of 2% of the recruited sales associate gross commission income. That is awesome. So this is just additional income. Again, it's just an incentive for you should you know anybody that you think would benefit from joining and affiliating with Coldwell Banker. Next, we have agent earnings. Mine is not going to go anywhere because I don't have, I did not create a PIN for any of this because I'm not having the earnings as a sales associate would. So what you're going to do is you do want to come in here to agent earnings. You're going to create yourself a PIN, 4-digit PIN, very simple. And agent earnings is going to report out all of your income and fees that have been paid to you in a calendar year based off of your transactions. So this is anything based off of a transaction, not necessarily, you know, office fees or any dues. This is all income and fees paid in a transaction. So amazing tool in here to use come tax time. Next we have New Panda. New Panda is strictly email marketing. It is a fabulous email marketing platform, very simplistic in nature, which is what I love. New Panda is very closely tied to your AVP in that every single month the company loads a monthly newsletter in here and blasts it out to every contact that you have stored within your New Panda account. So just to give you an example, I can click into messages, I can go to your messages because this is going to be the queue of what's been loaded in my New Panda account, and I can see some of those pieces that were sent out. So I'm looking for something that says AVP. So I've got my AVP right in here. This went out on the 8th of this month, so our next September one. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're in September. Our September issue will come out obviously next month, and it's usually anywhere between the 8th and the 14th is when those mailers go out. If I wanted, you know, I can come in here and edit that AVP piece. Maybe I didn't like a certain article, or maybe I didn't like this or that, or whatever the case might be. So I can just you know, come in here and edit all of this. Now, this is going to be an awesome event that we're hosting. Great to get your clients involved. We love doing, you know, as many fun, vibrant events that get us in the community, and this is one of those. If you haven't created a team, feel free to start one. If you haven't joined a team, join a team today. This is going to be a really great event on October 7th to benefit the American Heart Association. So great stuff within here. Now, if you want to create your very own marketing pieces, what you're going to do is click on Messages. You're going to go to Create New. And this is where you can actually start creating. Now, if you click on Create Your Own, you're actually going to start using a little bit of HTML. So if you love HTML coding, way to go. I would definitely start in there. If you are like the rest of us who, you know, are a little illiterate when it comes to coding, I would definitely suggest starting with a template. You can click on templates. These drop downs are going to open up to a ton of info. Lots of different templates to use for random purposes. You've got lots of information in here. I can click these and I can start creating my pieces. And then the last piece that you have in Create Your Own is, oh, darn, that's not what I wanted, is listing marketing. If you click on listing marketing, this is going to allow you to input your property information for that listing that you have. You can upload photos, and then it's going to allow you to create an entire email blast surrounding that listing. It's all formatted for you. It's really lovely. Great to just get the word out. The last piece that I want to mention here in New Panda is New Panda will also post to your social media. To do that, you're going to go to Settings, and then you go to Social Networks. And then you click on Manage Your Social Network Accounts. And then you actually sign into your accounts with these links. When you do that, you're authorizing New Panda access into those accounts so that it can post for you. So the next question is, what do they post? Can I control that? Yes. What you're going to do once you sign into your accounts is you then come to Messages and you go to Social Posts. And then here, you would actually check off and subscribe to whichever channels that you want. Now, if you're questioning, like, what is this? What is Regional Chicagoland? Well, if you're questioning it, I probably wouldn't check it. So New Panda does service other markets of ours, and so we do, have those capabilities to see some of those other market content. If it's not making sense to you, please don't check it. The ones that are relevant, I think, are going to make sense. General interest and engaging questions, monthly real estate newsletter, real estate headlines, U.S. holidays and events, referral requests, and there is a second page over here, which I just want to point out because we do still have more Colorado content in the making, and then we have AVP events. So you would just check off, and what that's doing is you're subscribing, quote unquote. You don't see my fingers, but I'm over here doing my little quotes. You're subscribing to what they call channels, and that's just telling it what kind of subject matter that you'd like. And so that is about it. The very last thing that I will say in New Panda is that in here, you have this little yellow box that follows you on every page that you go to, and it's just going to be little tips and tricks of the trade. So whichever page you're on, this yellow box changes, and these are going to be little helpful videos, quick tutorials for you to get to know the system. How are we doing out there? Don't forget, we do have a chat box, so if you have questions at all, please go ahead and type anything in that chat box, and I will happily answer. After New Panda, we've got Cole Realty Resource. Cole Realty Resource is a third-party partnership that we have, and they are wonderful in assisting you in obtaining farming lists. So if you're interested in, securing email addresses, phone numbers, landlines, cell phone numbers, home addresses, physical addresses, they can help you do that. So they do come at a cost, so you do want to contact them. Let them know that you're interested in whichever mode that you want to start reaching out to people. But they're really wonderful in helping you receive lists to get you started in prospecting. If you're looking to cold call, they're great for giving you those lists. If you want to do some email marketing or, of course, print marketing, they can hand those lists to you as well. They also have a ton of other really good services. Like they have a dialing service, actually, that they utilize. And I know a few agents who are taking advantage of that, and they love it. It's having those dialers for you to help you be more efficient. Next, we have CoreFact. CoreFact is a print marketer. So what you'd want to do is in here you can order any of your print needs. You can order postcards, flyers, brochures, newsletters, stationery, anything global luxury related. What you're going to want to make sure, and again, if we had our broker concierge meeting, all of this was done for you, but you're going to want to make sure to go into account, personal information, and make sure you have all of your information stored right in here in your in your personal information area. The reason is because you want to ensure that any pieces that are put out through CoreFact, all of your agent information, is being put on those pieces. Of course, there's always a proofing area, so you're going to proof that. But CoreFact, very simple. Online store for anything print related. What they can also do is mail anything out for you. So if you use Cole Realty Resource, obtained a mail list, you can then upload it right in here, and then CoreFact would handle all of the mailing for you as well. In addition to them handling the mailing, they can also create a mail list for you. So similar to Cole Realty Resource, Cole Realty Resource definitely has a lot more services as far as getting those prospecting lists, but CoreFact can also give you, radius lists. Let's say if you wanted to mail a piece out to your neighborhood, you would pop in your address, ask CoreFact to give you, 100 addresses surrounding yours, and they can absolutely do that as well. Next, you have market reports. Market reports is, if you remember me saying in Market Quest that I did not like the way the output was to show clients because it's just not pretty. It just doesn't lay it out in an easy to follow format for somebody who doesn't care so much. That's the only difference. I mean, and some people, if you're working with, a person who's very detailed and into math and all of that kind of stuff, I do think that looking at bar graphs and those sorts would be great using Market Quest. However, this is the solution to really showcasing your marketing skills as well. And so when you come in here, this is also pulling up market trends. You're looking at different statistical information for cities, for counties, for neighborhoods. You can choose, you know, your report, whichever type of report that you want to pull, and then you can add people to receiving your report. So you can send a quarterly report, for example, and so people would receive these quarterly reports on a quarterly basis, and you would just kind of set all of that up. So this is a phenomenal portal for you to use to create those pieces. You're going to be given a beautiful PDF in the end. You also get to share on social media what that entire report looks like, and then of course you can email out, and it just does it in a great way. We have an entire webinar specifically on market reports, which I definitely recommend watching. You can visit our YouTube channel, just YouTube, type in Broker Concierge Live, and you're going to be taken to our library of videos where you can actually watch the entire tutorial on market reports. Next, we have Express Docs. Express Docs, and here we go. I have a couple of them. So there's Express Docs. You can click that. I'm actually not going to click mine, but I will take you into Express Docs. Give me 1 second. Oh, no. Okay. This is what your Express Docs account looks like. So once you pop in, and again, I went a different way. So if you just click right here, it's going to drive you into your Express Docs account. Express Docs is, again, it's exactly what I was explaining with CoreFact. So it has all the same capabilities. It's just your online print store. You can come in here, search for, again, flyers, pamphlets, brochures. When you need to order your next set of business cards, you can do so right in here. Stationery, calendars, all of that great stuff. Anything, you know, Coldwell Banker, luxury for just our general luxury. If you're with our Devonshire office, we also have specific material for you with the Devonshire name. So this one can do the same as CoreFact in that it can do all of the mailing for you. It can also get you a list. So just another option for a print marketer. No difference as far as their capabilities, but again, just giving you options. There's lots of content and different types of designs in both, so you just have different stores, you know, to come in and shop in. Next, we have your direct deposit enrollment. This is your area that you want to go if you would like to set up direct deposit. So rather than getting paid with a check at the table, you can have everything automated. So you just want to come in here. You're going to go through the same process of setting up a PIN, adding your banking information in here so that all of your income paid can be directly deposited into your account. Next, we have Inner Workings. Let me click on it. Inner Workings is another print portal. I believe I should get my coming soon. It's actually taking me in. Okay, so Inner Workings is something that we are currently working on. This is in production right now. I would not recommend utilizing this. For the most part, everybody's should only allow them. It should say coming soon. We're in development still for this, but what we want this to be is going to be your entire the one place that you're going to come for everything Coldwell Banker, whether that's going to be personal marketing pieces, property marketing pieces, promotional pieces, signs, all of those kinds of things. We want to create a collective shop for all of those to make it very simple. So we are working on this. Here's kind of, I suppose, a sneak peek of what it will look like. Again, we're still going to add some more. So I would not, if yours allows you to come in, I do not recommend actually using it, only because those pieces haven't been vetted and we're still on a very lengthy turn time. But again, this is coming soon and will be the next print marketer. So for now, you know, we'll do a big splash whenever it is going to actually be ready to start utilizing. Next, we have Coldwell Banker Listing Rewards. This is our wonderful listing marketing program. This is truly, I think, what is the single most valuable proposition that we have here with Coldwell Banker Colorado. What it is it's a package. What we've done is we've packaged all things that you would want to do for a listing, all marketing things that you'd want to do for a listing. And we've packaged it all, we've bundled it all, we've secured third-party vendors, we've even got photographers who are a part of this. So we just put everything together and then just charge you one very, very low price for all of this stuff. So this is my favorite. I wish we had this, across the country for everyone, because this is so great. If you had ever done real estate, you know how expensive it can get to market a property, and you know how much time it takes to actually create that stuff. So in here, if you click on this little plus sign with the show details, it's going to tell you what you will be receiving a part of that package. So for $400, you receive all of this stuff, all done for you. You come down here, you enter your information, enter your property stuff, and then of course you're going to click order now. And once you click your order now, you're going to be taken to the next screen, which has you ordering your photography. Photography is included in the price, and so photography is guaranteed Photography is guaranteed to happen within 3 days of you placing your order. So today is Friday. We are on business days, so the photography would happen on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. You can also, once that photography has happened, you are guaranteed delivery of the photography within 24 hours. So let's say you have your photography done on a Monday, that photography would be ready for you on Tuesday. Very, very quick turnaround. So very simple system. Come in here, you'll get all of your stuff ordered. You only have to worry about, like I said, entering your information here, and then we have an entire marketing team. Actually, we use Corfax marketing team, who actually creates all of the pieces for you. Next, you have CB Homes Admin. CB Homes Admin is your portal to coloradohomes.com. This is going to control your profile page as well as your listings page. So you'll want to come in here, and you can click, you would only show yours. So this is Lisa Cox, is one of our agents out in our Texas area. So you can come in here and you can click on you. Of course, it's going to be you. And all you're going to do is add in your photo. You can make sure that gets added in. Make sure all of your information is up to par. And then all of these are going to open up so that you can make sure to add in your bio, any languages that you speak. If you want to add in all of your social media and your website information, be sure to do that all in here. But this, again, is just controlling what is going on with your Colorado Homes profile. So if I go to coloradohomes.com, just so we all know what we're talking about, I look at search for agent office, and here, oh, my good friend Donna Sackett. So this is that page that I'm speaking of. You want to be able to have your live profile here with Coldwell Banker. And so this is Donna's bio that she has in. She has her website connected, and then, of course, Donna does have all of her different designations as well. So this is, again, when you go to CB Homes Admin, it's controlling your access to your information on Colorado Homes. Next, we have AR account. AR account is showing all of your office charges. So unlike agent earnings, let me just go back to agent earnings. Oops. Oh, sign in once more. One second. Let's get back in here. There we go. So unlike agent earnings, I just wanted to be able to point both of them out together. You've got AR account, and then you have agent earnings. Agent earnings is all based off of transactions. Again, income paid through a transaction, fees paid out because of that transaction. AR account is strictly office payments. So this is going to be where your AVP gets paid. This is where if you've been printing those 2,000 copies of whatever every day in the office, and you're thinking that you're getting that for free, you're going to have a hefty bill in here if you are printing those kinds of, in those quantities. But anything assessed by the office is all included in here. Please come in here at least once every 30 days. So I would calendar, Maybe calendar on the 5th day of every month, you come in here just to see what kinds of charges are in here. I have had an agent who didn't come in for about 6 months and didn't realize all of the charges that he had received and hadn't paid. So there was a pretty big outstanding bill there. So please make sure this is your area that you do want to be checking to ensure that you are making your payments and keeping everything up to date. Gosh darn, Katrina, I cannot keep that NRTGateway open. AR account. Next, we have our NRT Do Not Contact list. When you come in here, this is just your own checks and balances because some people do register on the national, the federal list of Do Not Contact Me. This is going to allow you to run your own list that you're getting from whichever, source to make sure that you're not reaching out, you're not cold calling, you're not bothering people who have, they have the protection of that federal Do Not Contact registry system. And so you want to make sure that you're not contacting them. So this is just a way for you to check against any list and any phone numbers that you have. Our very last tile is your preferred alliances tile. Excuse me. I want to look at this is showing you, basically it's kind of like your coupon booklet. Coldwell Banker has partnerships with different companies just to offer discounts for you as a real estate agent affiliating with us. So if you have AT&T, we've got some great little benefits for you to use. Rent-a-car places. More rent-a-car places, hotels, lots of different stuff. Home warranty, this is going to be really good. Some of these discounts in here too are going to be available for you to actually gift to your clients, the home warranty being one of them. So I would definitely connect with our American Home Shield for your home warranty, and you can actually gift this to your clients. So, go through here, see all the different discounts. If you've got kids going to college, you can also utilize some of these to help your kids get that laptop that they've been wanting, and whatever the case might be. But lots of great stuff in here. So that one, again, is just kind of more so just like your coupon booklet, if you will, to just see all of the different partnerships, connections, and discounts that you have available to you as being a part of Coldwell Banker. Oh, and Doris, I see that you're asking, is there a password required for Cole Realty Resource? No, there is not. So whenever you go into Cole Realty Resource, yours should immediately open into this screen here. And then, okay, so this is probably what you're seeing. So this is because I was kicked out of my NRTGateway a couple of times. So what I do is refresh your NRTGateway and then go through once again. You do not need a user ID and a password. So if Doris, if this is what you were seeing, if you notice the first time that I logged in, it took me straight in. But then as we've gone on, I've been getting kicked out just because of my own clicking too much and getting myself out of the NRTGateway. So just refresh and that should be just fine. If you are utilizing them for their own products, for example, I was talking about that dialing product that they have, those kinds of things, Cole Realty would give you a login to actually access some of those platforms, but that is after the fact of actually utilizing some of those third-party pieces. So I hope that makes sense and answers that question. Good question, though. All right, we are at our end of the NRTGateway overview. Thank you so very much for joining me today, and if you have any other questions, feel free to contact me. I'm at katrina.debaco@coloradohomes.com. I'm always here to help, and if I don't actually know the answer to the question that you're asking, I definitely know how to get you somewhere so we can get that question answered for you. Thanks so much once again, and I hope you all have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend.